Should I just call it jam? Whatever, I'll just call it jam. Welcome to Key Lime Jam. Yo, is it too late for us to do a rebrand to Key Lime Productions? Yo, this is a good game. um... we're just gonna jam. We're just jamming. We don't have anything specific, really. There's no theme. Connor wants to make a Kit Kat, and I have a lady I've been working on. I'm just gonna work on her. Right, he's gonna make it a generic break apart candy bar. They're like little bumps. Yeah, whatever. Just a Kit Kat variant. So how are you gonna make? So you're gonna make that and also the wrapper around it? Like, what is that? You gonna make it like partially unwrapped, or like just have it as two separate objects? Okay. I guess I shouldn't have Streamlabs on the screen. That's fucked up. Yeah, this game's really good though. I like this game. He goes, ah. So yeah, I doodled this paint lady. Turn up the opacity on the sketches I did. There she is from the front, and then from the side. And I've already done a little bit of modeling. Trying to keep it somewhat low poly, but it's not super low. Just kind of, it's around the same ballpark as our previous guys. It might be a little more. So maybe I could just merge these. Because even within this, I've noticed for sure myself getting a little bit better at, like, I guess visualizing where certain curves should be for certain topo and stuff like that. But I definitely still have a long ways to go. But there's just a few cases where I had to, like I immediately was like, oh, I should just do this with the topo, and like warped it and ended up looking pretty good. And it's not something I would have like seen before. Like right here, I was trying to get this line from the armpit to the under boob. I don't know if it really matters, but in my head I just thought that would be good topo. But I had to do some weird triangle shit to get it to work, so who knows. But just a stack of modifiers that creates a candy bar. And then you could have like generic, like you could make variants of it, you mean? Don't talk and model at the same time, boys. It's rough out here. No. Yo, they showed this at the E3 conference, right? This is when Jeff Goldblum came out. Is that really a surprise? Fucking Jeff Goldblum, dude. Yeah, that's just him. That was just Jeff Goldblum. That wasn't his character. Show the dinosaur. So, weird choice. Life. Yeah. What they call it? Capcom did a press conference today for no reason. They had they had nothing to show. Like if that was purely just like to please shareholders. There was no reason for them to be there. They were like, hey, you know that Phoenix Wright game that we already announced? Here's gameplay of it, and you can't show gameplay of a Phoenix Wright game at an E3 thing and be like, whoa, it's gameplay. Like, Phoenix Wright, it's a visual novel. Like, you don't. That's such a weird. So that's already just like a bad decision. Then they're just like Monster Hunter, and then Monster Hunter, the anime version where it's like Monster Hunter Rise, that they already showed other places, and then they're like Monster Hunter animes crossing over with Monster Hunter Real, and then they did Resident Evil 7 DLC, but they didn't say anything about it. They just confirmed that it's being made, and that was the whole conference. Wait, is this with the Looney Tunes? Would I get struck for that? I feel like I would. I feel like we've had this game before, haven't we? I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen this. Whatever, we'll find out. I feel like it's better for me to wean these ones out than to like tiptoe around them forever. So I'll just take the copyright claim. Oh, but yeah, we missed yesterday just because we both had separately, independently put in our own Blender work, and it was just kind of like we both didn't really feel like doing it, so we're like, whatever, let's just put it off. I mean, yeah, the whole point of this is just to ensure that we work on something, you know, that we're doing something every day. And if we'd already done it, then there's not really a reason to force ourselves to do it if we don't feel like it. The green tea one involved? I'm sure the green tea one is then, if it's from Japan. Well, what you said it like right before we started the stream, but what was the one you had already. You were just talking about key lime pie. Is it key lime? Lime. Okay. It has lime in it. The only thing I know about key lime pie is that it's I know of it from Dexter when he uses it to kill an old woman. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I mean, Kit Kat, green tea Kit Kats are just like normal in Japan. So that probably is it, yeah. But I'm thinking if they're exporting, like, they're like, oh, look at all these wacky flavors. Would they put like their default? Oh wait, that's probably just a default one right there, huh? Was that ice flavored? Yam, sweet potato flavored Kit Kat. That's like chalkboard flavored. Flan. Oh. Ghost. Oh, pumpkin flavored. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. They don't know what it is? It's just a mystery flavored? Like the Dum Dums? Would you said it was $30 for that whole pack? Ugh. I had a professor for Trig who would like go on about how much he loves Kit Kats and would like eat Kit Kats in class all the time. So then when I went to Little Tokyo with Prac, I got some extra green tea Kit Kats and I gave him some. And then like other people were giving him Kit Kats too. Like people just kept giving him Kit Kats. So not to say that I like started the trend, but I just noticed it after I had given one. And then he got to the point where he started saying like, I don't know why everyone keeps giving me Kit Kats. I don't like them that much. I guess everyone thought of it as like a defining thing for him, and to him it was just like, I don't know, Kit Kats are pretty good. Why? Just make a paint, like copy it into Paint and then like write over each one. Well, yeah. You're probably not going to get too much for that search, but maybe. That was a funny, like, realization moment. That song, it always reminds me of the Digimon movie. And, like, because it's the, we're the kids of America. And, like, in the dub, they replaced all the music with, like, licensed 90s music. And, like, at the time when I watched it, I didn't think anything of it because I was a kid. I was just like, yeah, this is just how the movie is. And it took me, like, really long to realize that's what happened. I just thought that was the soundtrack. So I'm already at 800 tries. So I think this one. I mean, I was at 1500. Well, I guess. Yeah, I was at like 1500 for my fucking what's he called, fridge guy. So I'd like to try to keep it around that level. How many tries is your guy actually? I don't even remember. It doesn't. So just double whatever you say. Oh, okay. See, my experience, object mode, it just counts the polys of like everything. Oh yeah, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. That's good. Oh wait, that's total. So mine's a little bit more than yours, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. I mean, mine's like almost 3,000. No, mine is 3,000, right? Yeah, mine's 3. I'm so glad I was able to like skip the sculpting phase for this. I totally just put this together expecting to go straight to the sculpt. I just did the front profile, the side profile, and then I grabbed the corners and I just like pushed them inwards with the proportional editing on and just kind of crossed my fingers and it just worked. Oh, I just realized I think both of my streams went down. Can you move your guy around real quick for a second? Oh, never mind. So your thing is working. Is Mippy Medium working for you? The audio's working, but I don't. It's not moving. So yeah, your stream is still working at least. That's good. Oh, Mippy Medium is working for you? He's stuck for you too? Oh. Maybe I haven't turned down too low. Oh no, I hear music. Turn him up louder. There's like a guitar. Unless he's just really fucked up and he's just showing us different shit. So yeah, I gotta go. But the visuals aren't working for you though, right? Okay. Oh, okay. I'll go just leave and rejoin with him. There we go. He's back, right? It's a mighty prophetic call there. You know, there may or may not be some Code Lyoko footage in the works. Oh, I guess that makes sense, yeah. That'd be bomb. That sounds really good, actually. I feel like I was about to do something when I came back here. I don't remember what it was now. Whatever. I noticed, I don't know if it's because they like recast the dude or something, but there's like, how much of Code Lyoko do you remember? Like, are you like absolutely nothing, or would you remember like vague characters? The like goofball character, I don't remember his name, but he like turns into a cat. He sounds exactly like that skit where it's like, what's his name? Oh, yes. His voice sounds exactly like the sketch of that dude. They did like an animation of it where it's like, you can't talk to me like that. You have to change. Like, have you seen that? Oh, never mind that. I'm not gonna take it anymore. I feel like I showed you that. I guess not. He definitely doesn't sound like King of the Hill. It was from like a fucking like an audio podcast. I mean, like a comedy podcast of some sort, or he just does like audio gags all the time. Let me bring it up. If you just see the style and you've seen it before and you like enjoyed it to the point where you would remember it, you would recognize it from the. Well, first I gotta watch this. Hold on. Actually, that's licensed music. Damn. Chill out. I don't know what to look up to find it. Never mind, I give up. I'm over it. So I'm gonna have to go over on a second pass to like add clothes, but I figure I could just have this as like a default female base, and then make variants off of this. Her head is a bit big, but that's definitely consistent because Fridge Guy had a big head too. I guess it's just how I draw heads. I never really noticed that. Their heads do be kind of tiny though. That's probably a little more to the proportion. I don't know, I kind of like having big head though. Should I just take the hands from Fridge Guy? Because, I mean, you're going to have to fuck with them anyways. And plus, Fridge Guy is like, those are the best hands I've ever made, I think. Rigging-wise, too. Like, when I slapped him into VR chat, usually when you try to, like, put him into VR chat, the hands are so fucked up. And, like, doing the emotes and shit are all wrong, and his hands clip through his own hand. But, like, it all worked. And, like, the hand tracking worked well, too, when I tried him out in VR. So I feel like I got the rig and the weight painting down for those hands, so I probably should just copy him. Not a big fan of this, though. Got a little bit of a crotch corner. I wonder if I could just... I've been using the bevel a lot. This game's wacky. Yeah, I gotta do something different here. Oh yeah, if I had loops going like this way. I don't know how I could possibly do that now though. But yeah, anyways, I was quite fond of green tea Kit Kats. Those were pretty good. It's weird how common of like a candy, like sweet flavor green tea is for Japan. Like when we went to Little Tokyo, there's just green tea flavored shit fucking everywhere. So I mean, that might just be a Little Tokyo thing, but still. What do you mean? Okay. You already paid. You were just getting the food. That's so sketchy. You could have very easily just fallen into someone's trap right there. What? Is this like a back alley that has like 15 restaurants running inside of it? What the fuck? That sucks. You know, on top of having to go through all that shit, it also was just bad food anyways. So the whole idea is just to basically run like a multitude of restaurants, but just from one. It's like trendy at restaurants. Just a generic Popeyes establishment somewhere. So what is this guy's job who sits in there all day? He just tells people, like, hey, that locker. Oh, don't worry, you're in the right place. Did he at least seem aware of how weird it was, or was he just like fully immersed in it? Oh, yeah. This is a harder shape. How did I do this before? I feel like I don't remember this being this hard. I gotta look at this other dude. Extrude with the leg up? Oh, like start from the leg and just link them together? Then how am I supposed to... Oh, hold on. This guy lost his texture. Oh, fuck. Well, that didn't start out as true with my guy. My guy was modeled naked, and then I extruded clothes onto him. So that'll be true with my lady as well. Yeah, I feel like I didn't do anything special here. I feel like this is exactly what I was doing on the other one. It's just, I think the other one's just higher poly or something. Maybe if I try to, like, merge something. I mean, I feel like what I have here isn't too bad. This is kind of working. I just don't know if, like, you see what I'm talking about, like, here, how there's kind of this face. You can kind of see, like, a triangle right here. And then there's, like, this kind of jagged line right here. And then there's, like, weird lines here. Like, is that something I just have to deal with, or is that a result of, like, bad topo? Because if I subsurf it, it like goes away. Like if I I'm sorry, yeah, if I subdivide it, it like looks a lot better. So I feel like as long as it holds up to subdivision. Oh well, I have it on emissive, so I probably shouldn't do that. I should probably just disconnect her from the material completely. Oh yeah. I mean, it looks better under matte cap. There's still a little bit of it. Oh, and then flat is... yeah. It ultimately doesn't matter because I'm just gonna make her flat shaded anyways. Oh, but there you go. If I take off the subdivision, then it's still there. Round one, fight. So whatever, I'll just work with this for now. We'll see if this causes any long-term issues. I don't think it looks too, like, immediately bad or anything. I don't understand why it's slanting so much, though. I think I might have miscounted here. Oh, God. Yeah, that's a bad idea. Yeah, apparently there was, like... I didn't know about this. I wish I would have watched this live. I watched it back afterwards. But there was, like, a really good E3 press conference today that was, like, not by any of the main guys. It was by this company that makes, like, physical editions of existing games that, like, wouldn't get physical editions otherwise. And they were just showing a bunch of cool-ass indie games that they were, like, supporting with this and, like, porting to consoles and shit like that. And it was also, like, actually really funny. Like, it was the only E3 thing with, like, a good sense of humor so far. Because I think Mega 64, like, had a hand in it. because Rocco was in it. But yeah, they... Yeah, like that's the one that's like the most up their alley. But yeah, it was, have you heard of Plumbers Wear Ties? Do you know what that is? Or Plumbers Don't Wear Ties? It's like this really old, like... I mean, I hesitate to call it an FMV game, but it's essentially an FMV game, you know, like full motion video, one of those type of things. But it doesn't actually have video, they're just slideshows. But it's like live action stuff, like it's pictures that were taken. And it's kind of like a softcore porn, but it's also like an adventure, choose your own adventure type of deal. Like, it's complete ass. Like, it's a horrible game that just kind of came out and no one really cared about. And then AVGN did a video on it, and it kind of became a meme from that for a little bit. And then it just like fell into obscurity. And for some reason, these dudes are releasing a physical box set for that game. And they got one of the actors from it to like come and be a part of the conference. Which is just such a weird, deep cut, but it's so funny. How will I recognize them? When we can quote these things, when we can predict the line before it happens, we know it's been in here for too long. We've seen it too many times. So I think Perfect Dark, it's overstaying its welcome. And I think I need to do another purge here pretty soon. Well, I also don't like that I didn't do any gameplay for Perfect Dark. I should have actually played the game. I just let the eye catch go for a bit. This is like still a little bit in the early stages of this whole process. But yeah, that press conference was really funny. It had some like genuine surprises with fucking Plumbers Wear Ties coming back. Like or Plumbers Don't Wear Ties coming back. That is not something I would have ever expected to be relevant. And then it also got to like genuinely shine some light on good indies. So it was a good time. I didn't miss it by much. I watched it like an hour after it aired on Twitch. I just watched the VOD of it. Of which, that one? The same one? So yeah, it definitely wasn't this one then. Yeah, there's a lot of really boring shit this E3. It's not over yet. We still have Nintendo, but I mean, it's not looking good, you know. I mean, Nintendo's, not to say Nintendo's isn't looking good, but E3 as a whole, it's not looking like it's going to be a strong year. I feel like E3 might be kind of dying. That is true. Damn, why did this happen? Fuck. Gotta do the old... No, that looks like ass. Fuck. This task failed successfully. I wonder if I should try to do this spiderweb shape on the butt. Is that excessive? I don't like the topo that I'm working with right now. Well, I'm imagining I'm just going to extrude from the topo that I already have. That's what I did for Fridge Guy. How far up does this loop go? Damn. Goes all the way to the face. Maybe I could do something. I could work something here. I never played Perfect Dark. I don't have like really any connection to it at all. I know it's by the same guys that did GoldenEye, so it's probably pretty good. There's a way you can play it like with mouse and keyboard. And it actually like feels pretty good, like it works well. But yeah, I mean ultimately GoldenEye is a pretty old game. It hasn't aged entirely, like, too gracefully. Most N64 games haven't, especially ones that try to do, like, realism. Wait, did it freeze again? It's just showing Perfect Dark, and I think it's playing Half-Life. Why, man? Why? Yeah, I do. Part of me does want to be like, who fucking cares? It's gonna be like flat shading anyways. But like, I don't want to tie myself down to that. You know, like if we do want to switch later, I don't want it to be like really ugly all of a sudden. That's true too. Yeah. Something's off about the butt. I think it like maybe it starts too soon or something. I need to experiment with this a little bit. Yeah, in that vampire game, the Masquerades, there's a cheat code where you can change every female's boob size for some reason. And you can do like negative numbers and like ridiculous. There's no limit to how high you can go. So you could just make your character literally just like a walk of vertexes and like I guess like a walking pile of just like vertexes and gross, fucked up looking shit. I don't know why that's the default cheat code, but you know. Yeah. I haven't played a ton more of that, but I do want to get like into it just because I feel like I don't know, I also want to be excited for the new one. Like I want to be more into that. It's really cool that like an older immersive sim is getting like a revival type of deal. So I want to be more like involved in that. So yeah, there are some points where I have to deviate from the sketch for sure because like I don't want to treat the drawing as like the end all be all. But at the same time it does help like a ton having that kind of reference. There's just shit that like looks good in the drawing and then when I put it in the model it just does not work. So I have to find a balance between the two. Yeah, it's definitely fucked up. I'm gonna have to go figure out what the fuck's going on with Perfect Art. I mean, with maybe Medium. Just hold on. I'm gonna do a little more work here. Oh, there's a new episode of To Your Eternity out. I gotta watch that. Watch To Your Eternity. Just watch the pilot. The pilot is like, that's like one of the best pilots in a while. It just ties everything up so well. And you could literally just watch only the pilot and treat it as like a mini, like a, what's it called? I don't know. What is the, like a film, I guess? Yeah, you could treat it as like an OVA. It's very self-contained, but then it like teases at like the greater kind of adventure that will be had. Just a good time, man. It's such a good watch. Even my mom likes it. I keep feeling like I need to make the butt crack more prominent, but at the same time, she's gonna have pants on, so I don't actually have to worry about that. It just feels weird looking at it and looking like it's like sealed up. It looks so weird. Whatever. I mean, she's gonna have like cargo shorts on, so like it really ultimately doesn't matter that much. The details are gonna get covered up a bunch. Gotta look at her really small. Okay, I'll leave you with this image and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Didn't you say it just like worked by default for you before? And now it's like black or something? That's how mine was. Mine was broken by default. That's how just I am as a person. Damaged? Damaged by default? I'm Joker now. Oh shit. Oh, I didn't unwrap her head. Oh god. Whatever. This game's bullshit. They like walk you through a whole fucking intro tutorial thing, and then they introduce two characters to you, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, it's your first time here, huh? You better follow us to learn." And then you can say no and like tell them to fuck off, and they still just follow you and do the tutorial even if you said no. This is fucked up. Man, I don't want to fuck with these hands. Give me your hands, fridge man. Can I just copy and paste across blend files? Oh, hey, it did it. It copied the armature too, though. But this isn't cheating. Don't worry. This is not cheating. Because I made the hand. There's one guy out there who's just like, watching you guys make hands is my favorite part. Fuck. Hands suck. I don't remember that actually. That's funny. You should just copy the hands. I mean, that's definitely good advice. Yeah. I still do think, like, until we have our own little, like, Scorpy-esque playroom that we can just plop shit in and fuck around with in Unity, I still think VR chat is, like, the goal of these. Like, once we can put them in VR chat and run around and make them do dances, that's, like, the success point, I feel like. Damn, man. That was so easy. That was so easy. I'm done. Fuck yeah, that's sick. Her hands are a little big though. But that's fine. But yeah, this was with very good timing. I found a subreddit called I think it's r/men drawing women. And it's just about like, I mean, you could guess from that, but it's just making fun of people like fucking Oda, like the dude who makes One Piece. he said the way he draws women. Let me bring up paint to exemplify it. He said his technique for how he draws all the women is he makes 3 circles and then an X. So then you outline this, you know, booba, stomach, booba. Wait. Fuck. Booba, stomach, and then the head. And that's like not even a joke. That's literally how he draws women. It's so bad. Yeah. And making it an X is the biggest part. Like, his biggest problem, for the thing that bothers me the most, like literally Oda characters, I'll make my character look like a woman in One Piece. It's like actually that bad. That's like not even an over exaggeration. And then it's like, that's like genuinely how he draws women. It's so bad. But yeah, this is a whole subreddit dedicated to that kind of shit, and like comics books writers, just like people drawing online. There's this weird trend of people like taking someone's art and then redrawing it like more sexualized and just like making it way worse. So there's a lot of those on that subreddit. So it was good timing for me to find that subreddit, because it was like as I was making this character, it was just to like check myself, you know. Yeah, just do the like Laura Croft boob. I think that overall is okay. I just don't like how that looks in the silhouette. Like I feel like that reads really bad in the silhouette, but I don't know. It depends on how the other characters look. Man, I can't believe I just cheated past the hands like that. That's so sick. Do you mean Cortana or literally Master Chief? Oh. Oh, the way it's like a block that's just extruded out. That's a really master class on how to do boobs in video games. Master Chief. Don't remind me, dude. Crossovers are just like everything, dude. What is the world gonna do? I will say, Loki pretty fire, honestly. It's like really good. They take like that already very compelling premise of like, you know, like this is kind of Loki's kind of unfinished story, you know, and like add another layer on top that's just like, oh, wow. Like the first episode immediately just established this like really good premise that's like on top of what Loki's already going through that I was not expecting, and it made it so much better. Yes. Yeah, for sure. Tom Hiddleston is like up there. As far as MCU shit goes, he's like top, one of the top guys, I think. I mean, as much as I mean, Robert Downey Jr. has been doing really fucking good, but that's like obvious, I feel like. Oh, yeah. So are you just saying like the best actors or like who did the best performance? Oh, okay. These hands are not as good as I remember them being. Top on these is kind of fucked. It's so weird looking back on it and just being like, what the fuck was I thinking? What is this? Like, I don't understand. And I just made these. It has not been that long. Whatever. I mean, they look alright. We'll just clean them up a little bit. What are other, like, big names? Oh, did you... Those are problems I'm glad to say we don't have to deal with in real life. Chris Pratt. I think that's fair. I think he does great as Star-Lord, but like I feel like Star-Lord's a pretty easy character. Well, maybe that's not fair. Not really. Well, the thing is, Star-Lord does have some pretty good, like, emotional moments. So I don't want to say, like, he's bad in Guardians, necessarily. It might just be a question of direction. Because I think he actually is really good in Guardians. Especially Guardians 2. As much as Guardians 2 may get some, like, flack, it has more, like, emotional scenes for Peter. And I think he does, like, pretty good job of keeping up with that. Not to be, like, a Chris Pratt defender, you know, he's got his problems for sure. But he's definitely not like among the master class. I mean, you got Cumberbatch. I mean, he didn't do great as Strange, I guess. He's like acceptable as Strange, but he's like a big name. I mean, some people might say Sherlock. I haven't seen that, though. Well, there you go. Yeah, there's the resident expert. I like him in as Doctor Strange, like post his own movie. When he's in other movies as Doctor Strange, I like him a lot more. But within his own movie, they have to make every fucking guy the quippy, relatable guy. Like, they couldn't just have him be a boring fucking asshole doctor. Like, if they would have just had him be a fucking asshole from the beginning, like, I don't know, I guess he was kind of an asshole, but you know what I mean. Like, a boring guy. Like, he could just be a normal guy. I think that's fair, yeah. And that's pretty true of most MCU shit, I'd say. Well, maybe not all of it, but I feel like they generally kind of like normalize stuff. Wait, are we still talking about Guardians? Guardians 1 is so fucking good, man. That's like that's still, I think that has to be like among my top of that class. Like, that's such a good fucking, it's a good time. I like forget about how much I liked Guardians when it came out sometimes, and I'll just like remember seeing it in theaters for the first time. Cause like that was the thing at the time, is everyone was just like, fucking raccoon movie. I don't know about this one, guys. You know, like, and I remember being like, just wait, this is gonna be a banger. Like, I could tell it was gonna be good just because it was so weird and like going out there like that. I was ready for it. I do wish I was more of like actual comics guy sometimes, but at the same time, it also has been kind of cool just learning about these characters from like a different interpretation. That's a good sound. Yeah. Yeah, from what I understand, Comic Civil War is like significantly better. I feel like Civil War, as much as I like Civil War, I feel like it was a misstep doing it that early. Well, Cap and Tony are a big part of it as well, and it doesn't seem like, it seems like they knew the contracts weren't gonna line up, so they could get both. Yeah, but I just mean like they probably were at a point where they're like, if we waited for X-Men to get fully integrated, we're not gonna have fucking Robert Downey Jr. and Steve anymore. I mean, if it's a small enough texture and whatever, it doesn't really matter. You're doing 512? Is that going to be fine in Unity, you think? Oh. Okay. Just like multiples. So that way you could do flat shading with like nothing as a texture, basically. That's probably how like Goose Game does it, huh? Oh yeah, I guess it's true. I think I'm gonna redo the hands. This game has good audio. Oh, this was something interesting. I found out on that indie showcase that I was telling you about, or it wasn't really an indie showcase. It was the press conference we were just talking about, the physical editions thing. One of the indie games they showed, it was like a Mega Man Battle Network clone, which was kind of interesting. But they used a sound effect that was in a sound effect pack that I also bought, and I used in one of the little like test demo things we made. You remember the Baby Kicker game? the sound it makes when you're fully charged, it goes brrrr, like that. It was the exact same sound was in that game. I was like, oh, I know that. Busted. See, I'm gonna find a better way to merge the fingers to the wrist here. I don't like the way I did it before. I'm gonna see if I can clean it up. I think this is fine. Okay, I've butchered his hands. I kind of like this, just doing like the floating fingers separated. That'd be funny. Yes, the dad. I like that. I like that idea a lot. I was gonna respond to it with the hunted or something, and I just forgot. But I like that idea a lot. I was thinking about it. I was definitely like brewing it, like my interpretation of it. And I like the idea of it. Yeah. We have to design a lot of girls, I feel like. Well, I guess not necessarily only girls. Like the characters are blobs or some sort. Tulip's good, yeah. No, but I remember him saying that it was kind of like a tulip precursor. Just not tied to kissing. I definitely I remember this from, I don't know why this made me think of that. I guess it was just like interaction with players. I mean with like NPCs. But I remember somebody on like the Uncharted team had said that like there was this weird problem during playtesting where like there was an area where you're meant to just, they kind of just drop you in a little village and you're meant to just kind of like walk around and explore the village, and everyone kept punching the like villagers, just walking up and just decking them because they just expected to be able to interact with them, and you would square is the button you hit, and that was just punch. So then they added the ability to like wave to people and like say hello and all that kind of shit. No, I don't know a lot about that game. Eggs. He just doesn't like it. Did he not like it? Oh, okay. That's great. That's good. It's a good way to show there's no like real malice and shit like that in games. It's just like you just want to interact with shit. Like if that button was just like a hug button, people would be spamming it just as much. Oh, look what I found. Here, hold on. Hello, welcome. I found my Rock Band mic. Yeah, it's the exact same mic. It's got like all the same little like mic juggling noises. I mean, whatever. I mean, we're at an hour 30 right now, so we could just. No. Oh no. That's so bad. That sucks because like from his perspective, like I feel like there's definitely some pressure to try and be like positive about it because it's like these people are being nice and like creating a thing to tribute to the thing that you made, and it's like yeah, but it's like you can't just pretend to like it. Like if it's bad, it's bad. But this mic honestly doesn't sound that bad when I'm just like at this length. It actually sounds kind of acceptable, I feel like. It just sounds like how like Dubber and like everyone sounds. But then I could do this stuff really easily. It sounds really good. Is this like really loud? Does it sound like a Burger King drive-thru or does it sound just like I'm just loud? Welcome to Burger King drive-thru. I gotta take your order. This is honestly just better than I expected because like when I always imagined Scorpy having the Rock Band mic, I just assumed you couldn't tell how shitty it was because he was going through like the Half-Life codec, you know. And I didn't watch a ton of streams with the Rock Band mic, or I guess I probably have, and I just didn't like internalize that it was the Rock Band mic. You know, I just always imagined it sounding like total dog shit, but like it honestly is like acceptable. Welcome. What game? Oh, in Half-Life. Dude, what is? Does he have like a stand for it? What the? Or was he just like sitting it down somewhere? Like what the? And it was like a mic like this. Oh, you had a Rock Band mic. Oh. What I would do when I was like really desperate for a microphone, a similar setup is I would just set up a webcam and just put it on next to my keyboard and just use that as a mic. Like whenever you meet somebody in like Rust or something and they're just like, hey Rick, I got some claw, there's a little bit of hatchets. Like I always am like, how the fuck is your audio that bad and you don't even like notice it or think about it? But like, then when I think back to the kind of shit I was doing, like I was that kid so many times. I didn't give a fuck. It was just like, if you can hear me, that's good enough. You know, I never considered that. That's weird. That's like more advanced than now because I tried to do that recently, and I was like at a loss. I couldn't do it. Maybe I should have tried that. Yeah, I didn't really consider that. Yeah, I could have just made like a burner Discord account and just called to myself, I suppose, and just recorded that. Because I was this. The reason I was doing that is I was trying to find a way to make the lav mic work while I was in VR. So I just plugged the lav into my phone and then put the phone in my pocket, and then I had my phone streaming to my PC, and it was just a complete disaster. So now I have it set up where the lav like plugs directly into the headset and it works fine. So I've already solved that problem. But still, I guess that is kind of interesting. I'm gonna switch back to my normal mic. Yeah, I can still hear you. Here we go. We're back. Just decent audio equipment sitting around. That was for the audio setup. My dad had a drill. My dad has a drill, but he said I can't use it. I can't show nobody. Let me switch to full screen, yeah. The like jagged. Oh wait, is it transparent? But only on one side? That's. Can you zoom in a little more, or like put something behind it? And it's only transparent on one side, and you flip it over, it's opaque on the other side. That's cool. That's so easy to do. It seems like that's shit that like I would see that would like blow my mind in one of those like mind warpy games. Just like confusing images. Hmm. Yeah, I don't really know what that is. Wait, there might be something there actually. I do remember shuffle something shuffle shuffle. Stumble upon. Is that still going? I did use it. Oh no, it moved to mix. So I guess mix is the same idea. It's just it's like a Chrome extension. Yeah. I'm gonna add this to... I'll add this extension and give it a couple tries. Why is it an extension? Why don't you just make it a website? What good is it as an extension? Oh god, I have to sign into it. Never mind. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, fuck you. That's funny, because when we started talking about that, I was pretty convinced I had no idea what you were talking about. And then it just slowly came to me. As a youngin'. But yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I had a similar setup. Me and my cousin would just go on like flash game websites and shit like that. Just find weird shit. Oh. Wait, is Bebo real? This is so weird. Balp just on his last stream. Were you watching that? Is that why this is in your brain? Because Balp just brought it up and was like, you guys remember Bebo? And nobody knew, and he did a poll and everyone said no. And he's like, I'm so pissed about Bebo. Was that not Bebo? It has a similarly, like, gibberish name. No, I specifically remember it being like boop ba beep boop bop boo, like something like that, like a baby name, like a baby said it. Oh, okay. So you got your internet training, like, with the wrong... Just as a person? Like there's a cartoon making fun of him or something? I mean, that was my realist interaction with, like, George Bush, too. Was just, like, beating the shit out of him in that interactive buddy game. Like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on with that. I was just like, oh, this is a guy. I'm considering giving her the, like, half glove. Like that half glove that's like this. You know? Yeah, fingerless gloves are half this way, and then, like, painter's glove is a half, like, this way. I guess. So it's like the reverse of an archer's glove. But I also might just do fingerless gloves, I don't know. But I only drew her with one, and then she had, like, a bracelet on the other. But, I mean, we'll see. The drawing definitely isn't, like, end-all be-all. I'll just see what looks good on the model. Plus, I mean, this is just, like, the default female base. So as we make just, like, NPC characters, we could make variants of her. Okay, so now I gotta go about how the fuck do I get this? How many sides is this? Jesus Christ. This, like, 30-sided loop here to merge with, like, a 6-sided loop here. This is why I had such an awkward topology before, I think. I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to do this. Oh, here it is. Here, let me try one. See if I can just spitball a fake logo. So Kit Kat has like a oval behind it, right? Yeah. It's like a crescent. It looks like a crescent or something. Do you want to do a similar look to that, or do you want to just make something up? I was gonna say, like, are we making like, like pick packs instead of Kit Kats, or is it like you're gonna call them like Bumberman's Wonder or something? Okay. Oh, yeah, that's easy to swap the texture later. What if you got like kind of like a star kind of shape? Or maybe we do like the shine, like that. Maybe I should make it more at an angle. Just call it thick bar. I'm just gonna call it Bobokin's. Bobokin's Charms. No, Lucky. It's too close to Lucky Charms. Bobokin's. Oh, the whammy bar? You just set me up to do the punchline for your joke. I only know it because of like Guitar Hero. Is there an H in the original? Oh fuck, I did an M. Do the line tool and then bend. Do like the bend line tool and then have it mirror. And then I'll tilt it. That's just the first idea I had. Oh yeah, just make a square and then erase with circles in each corner. No, that could work. That could definitely work. Try that. I didn't think of that. I'm just being a baby. So many monkey noises. What about something like that? Might be a little busy, but it could definitely be like simplified. Oh yeah. As long as you can keep it like a consistent grid. Yeah. What do you mean? You mean you're gonna stop now that you've like it? Oh, okay, okay. I might sit on my thing I have here. I kind of like this. I might use this for something. I'll just change the title. I'm just going to send this in the work channel just so that I have it archived if I ever do want to actually try to make up a brand later. Well, you gotta like click and drag and then the release, I think, and then it becomes a bend. So I feel like how do I have a hand without putting fucking triangles everywhere? I have to. I feel like I have to. Yeah. Excuse me. I played this game so much and I had no idea you could go to the fucking moon in it. I don't know how that comes into play. Rampage? I played that a lot as a kid, and they just showed a moon level. Do you remember the Ultimate Showdown? It was bad, but it was definitely like iconic. It was just like a rap thing about a bunch of fictional characters killing each other. Boom, 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 boom. The shit's been stuck in my head like my whole life. I didn't even get like half of the references when I first watched it either. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the triangles. I don't know who that is. No. Oh, I do know that. I don't know Lemon Demon. Oh, it's like royalty free. I'm starting to think I'm just remaking the same hands I had before. Whatever. At least they'll look a little bit different. Is that a vegan Kit Kat? What? Or regular Kit Kats not vegan? Oh yeah. I don't know what that. I don't know what you just said. It's like a wafer. Oh. Just a hype moment or something. I just thought of that looks really good. I just thought of the idea of like parents playing off an argument to their kid, like, no, mommy and daddy are just hyped. We're just having a hype moment. Why did I do that? Bad idea. God, I feel like I'm just like slowly inching toward this like inevitable demise. Kind of thought about it recently. Like I watched back a review of Mega Man Legends just out of like curiosity, and it kind of hit me that like Mega Man Legends is like a bad game. Like I like how it looked, and I think I kind of got like blinded by that, and I wasn't really thinking about like the actual design much. I really don't like how that game like plays that much, I feel like. I think I just complained about like the controls before. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I am just just like the way it's set up, I don't feel like it's like you're kind of just going through these very samey corridors, and then you just kind of like walk around in a mall for a while. Like I had fun doing it in the moment, but I don't know if that's like a structure I would want to follow. Like I would definitely want to have more action quicker than that. It seems like the pacing isn't the best. I don't know, maybe I don't have the best understanding of what it even was, really. But it was just like, I just saw a review where somebody was kind of shitting on it, and I was instinctively wanting to be like, no, it's a good, but then I was just like, no, it kind of isn't that good. I don't know. Maybe not a good game. Damn. These hands kind of go, dude. I kind of like these hands. Not for this character, but like these are funny. Short finger ass. God damn, I need to figure this out. No. So many triangles. Oh, don't look at that. What have I done? Do you remember Mighty Number 9? Make you cry like an anime fan on prom night. Remember that trailer? That was really fucking bad. I think they said, like, it was like in a trailer for the game. It was like, make the bad guys cry like an anime fan on prom night. Fuck, man, this sucks. Yeah, Capcom is telling me that. Fucking Phoenix Wright ass. I guess it actually wasn't Capcom, but a dude from Capcom is telling me that. Come on. This sucks. Fuck making hands, bro. I don't think I needed to separate that vertice. But yeah, like I said before, I mean, we're over the 1 hour cap, so if you reach a point where you're like wanting to call it, that's totally fair. We passed it a while ago. We're past 2 hours now. Yeah. So, not that I'm trying to hint at ending it. I'm down to keep working on this. I want to get these fucking hands figured out, but yeah, I just don't feel obligated, I suppose. We are past the point of obligation. Yeah, that's something we're gonna have to just drill on, I guess. I mean, I guess, you know, once we're like proper making shit, we could definitely be like, you know, like I'll just handle more of the texturing shit. So I guess you don't have to like become an expert on it by any means. That's kind of how I feel about programming. I feel like, I don't know if this will for sure be true, but I feel like it's generally going to be like you're a bit ahead of me on programming the whole time. And I'm pretty okay with that, but obviously I'm not like settling. I do want to try to catch up still. Yeah, so I think over time we'll develop like things that's like, you know, clearly this is more X's forte and this is more Y's forte type of deal. I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that, but I do think we should still act as if we're going to be doing everything as we're learning stuff, so that way we can like outsource shit to each other if we need to. I don't know shit about how all this works. That hand should go out. It's like weirdly flat there. Oh man, what is that loop? Goes to the thumb? Why? I mean, hell, nothing to stop you from doing that now. Yeah. You could do that and then just redraw that afterwards, too. If you want to make it even more unique. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. It was like an awakening. I felt like that before. Like, I felt like I want to make more like cursed content. Like, we have the ability to make some really fucked up and like when you look at these worlds of just like insane weird shit that would kind of like bend my brain before, now I can be like, yeah, that's just like a weird Visime, you know. Yeah, that's definitely where I am. That's why it's not like, it's hard to get motivated when you're making something intentionally shitty and you know it, you know. I feel like the more likely case is you start out trying to make something good and you accidentally find a way to make something shitty and then you just like incorporate that as a joke. I wonder if we could make like, you know what would be a cool VR world? Make an AI generated VR chat world. What process? VR chat worlds? I mean, and it's Unity work, you know, like it's a good what's the word? It's a good thing to play with right now. Oh yeah, if we make little like unit or avatar like depots for all of our avatars too. Yeah, just make it all a VR chat world. Like a demo version of it. And you can do some pretty cool scripting within like VR chat's whole API thing, I think. Do you think you'll stream it? You want to do that like late? Like, is this a start? Are you starting your day right now? Okay. Well, make sure you gotta remember we got the Nintendo thing tomorrow too. Do you have a? Do you have anything you're wanting to show there? I guess we don't want to talk about it on stream. I mean, we've missed all the big ones really already anyways, so it's not that big of a deal if we just watch E3 like normal, you know? Caught off guard by it. Yeah. I should have tried to do something too. That would have been fun. Maybe next year. Next year will definitely be a better E3 too, I would assume. Crash Bandicoot. Is it this one? Oh wait, Traveler's Tales. Oh, it is. Okay. Goodbye. This is like the cursed Crash Bandicoot theme. This is like it's funny to think that there are people that like hear Crash Bandicoot and think of this immediately. It's like this is the definitive Crash Bandicoot thing. I guess I'm just making an assumption. Is that it's the Crash costume guy at the store? Isn't it for the racer? Damn, the hands look just as ugly as they did before. Fuck. I guess it's just low poly. I'm gonna inevitably have this kind of shit. Maybe I should... Here, hold on. I'm gonna import that Rurouni Kenshin model, and I'm gonna see how it looks under this lighting. It was just a PS2 game. I just downloaded a bunch of like PS2 models, and Rurouni Kenshin is just like an anime that I like. That it had a pretty good model. Oh wait, it's not an FBX. It's a OBJ, I think. Crash Bandicoot. So yeah, actually, no, yeah, this is actually... I can see the same shit, the same problems. It's not like... Yeah. Yeah, this is something that, right here, this is something I would have looked at and been like, oh, I need to solve this, you know? So maybe these aren't as big of a problem as I'm making them out to be. Oh, well, duh. Yeah, his face, that's like the same as how my character's face looks, I feel like. They both have that same, those same like weird shadows. Yeah, I like this Kenshin model is really good. He has like a million hands. Look how they did that. It's like segmented for each different hand pose rather than actually rigging his hand, I guess. I guess that's smart. I need to play with hair. I haven't made hair like at all. I'm gonna have to do it with this character. Like it's coming. That was pretty reassuring. I'm gonna bring in more than just Kenshin, though. Let's bring in some other ones. Also, just because I kind of like bringing them in. Who else did I get? Oh, yeah. I got a Edward Elric. Oh, shit. He's all segmented. Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. Damn, they did the same shit where the hands, all the hand options are all split up into different meshes. What? There's two of him? I guess one with the belt loop and one without it? Whatever. This one seems a little cleaner. Oh, yeah, wait. Oh, yep. Oh, good call. So I feel like this one's a little bit cleaner, actually. This one doesn't have as many glaring weird poly things. Well, here's a little bit. Okay, yeah. That's a little ugly. I really like the way they did the brow. Oh, well, that's why. Jesus Christ. All the polys are in his face. I like how you can see his brow line pretty well. Maybe I can make that a little more distinct on my character. Well, it's just a poly. It's just one face. Oh. So you think it might be a little bit cleaner if it was in its original? Do you know who this is? This is like funnier when it's an actual person. Whoa. Whoa. I'm Johnny Knoxville. Yeah, man. It's like when you see a woman. Oh shit! I thought it was gonna stay like centered. My eyes. Grand Theft Auto. Auga! Auga! That feel when you see an attractive female, you just become eyeball head man. Okay, this one. Whatever. Get out of here, Johnny. What is that? What is that, dude? Oh, God. Oh. Maybe. I think that's fair. X is my favorite for sure, but this is a valid answer as well. How many polys is this? 1,200? Not bad. Yeah. Damn. Wait. Look at the difference in pelvis. Yeah. I'm not gonna go all this way, but maybe like there. Thanks, Mega Man. Okay, now I gotta clean that up. Yeah, I remember when I was drawing it, I did bring in the whole like head reference thing to try to say like a head size for each thing, but her head is so big that it didn't really work. It didn't like line up properly. She would have been like an Amazonian, like gigantic person. What is something you think we could do on this stream that would like guarantee that it ends up on like the news or something? Like people have to talk about it. Yeah, where they're just like trying to get the most views as possible. Cloud shark. Yeah. That's a good phrase for it. Probably just murder, right? Like if I just killed someone on stream, that's probably like the easy answer. mean, I want to say like just do something really offensive, but like no one would hear that about that. Like no one would care. I mean, to be fair, even if I did just murder someone on live on stream. Oh yeah, if we're like the first people to report on something. But even if I did just like kill someone on stream, like it probably would take a while before anyone even noticed, right? Like it would have to be one of the few people who watches it reports it or something. But yeah, it wouldn't be like an instantaneous thing. That would take like, I would imagine that would take like a couple weeks before anyone really cared. Yeah, I wonder if there is something just like really clean that you could do. I mean, obviously, I'm not like trying to brainstorm, which is like an interesting. Maybe I add another loop here just to get her brow. You still just brainstorming the logo? What does that mean? Oh, that's pretty nice. So what I've noticed throughout all these models, it seems like the crotch always looks like this on all these models. So it seems like I'm actually like on the right path here, which is reassuring. I'm glad I noticed that proportion thing. That was actually like way worse than I thought. Yeah, now that I'm looking at the drawing, it like that really jumps out to me. Her torso is long as fuck. That's so weird how I can just look at that and like, yeah, like I looked at that and I was like, yeah, that looks fine. But then now looking at it, it's like, what? Like that jumps out to me so much now. I mean, I did intend them to be really short shorts. Not that short, but I did intend them to be like shorter than normal shorts. So like, maybe I was thinking of that. I don't know. But yeah, like the torso is like bam, and then the thighs are like bam. That's way too big of a difference. So now it's like torso, thighs, calf. They should all roughly be about the same, right? Again, I mean, I don't need to worry about being too perfect about it, but I think this looks a lot better. Yeah. I've seen some people posting in like the what's it called, the Moop cord, that like whenever they send something like this, like a character they're working on, Discord has like a nudity filter that like auto blocks shit, and sometimes it'll block stuff like this. So I do wonder if it would get picked up. Oh, like when you set up the server? Doesn't seem like my thing got picked up, but I do wonder how effective that filter actually is. It's not an algorithm at all. It's just a man. I think that's how we could get real famous, if we reveal that every algorithm is just a fucking guy. Like algorithms are completely made up. This is weird. I've just been looking at like a butt for like 3 hours. Getting there. Well, do you have anything you want to set as like a, what's the word, like a landmark, or do you want to just call it, like, you want to be like, let's end it after X or Y type of deal? Just get the Kit Kat texture. Oh, that's what. Well, you could give it the Captain Corch treatment, right? Do you think I should just make the feet like one big thing, or should I try to like actually model the toes and shit? Is that just a nightmare waiting to happen? That's true, and if I just do it as a texture, it'd probably look fine. It's probably a good habit to develop. Like, find clever ways to make shit work like that. Oh yeah, I forgot about it too. Okay, well, I'm just gonna wrap up a general shape of the feet. A shape of defeat. And then I will try to make very basic flip-flop shape, and then I'll call it. Okay. Scooby Doo. It's only natural. Like, you can only play the same game for so long. Yeah. Yeah. So you're just kind of making sure you're not going to be burned out before that kind of deal? Acid rock, acid rock. Oh, nice. So he's the only he's the only like DLC survivor you have? Okay. I think I'm ready to call it. I think the feet are okay. They need some work for sure, but they work. I'm not going to do the flip-flops yet. Does anything look weird? I feel like something's a little off about the proportions still now. Like, you think I should increase, like, upwards, kind of like that? Well, that actually wasn't best. Maybe that was good. Whatever. I got time to work on it. I mean, I'm not too worried about it being like specifically, purely realism, but let me see. Did I make any? Did I download any female models from PS2 era? Yeah, I don't think I did. Dominate. What is this? Whatever. Okay. We could call it there. That was Jam. I hope you enjoyed Jam. Maybe that should just be the thing. Just call it Jam always. Just a model. One hour minimum. You could do some real body horror with this kind of shit. Look at those ribs. I love how, like, genuinely frustrated he gets with you and you just don't say anything. He's rushing you. When they're just sitting around. Look at Mushroom Head Lady. She's like that's a thing. Okay, goodbye. I'm ending Jam. Let's end of Jam. Bye.